Alright, we're here. It's on a Friday, and doing a temp fade. What I'm gonna do is he wants a 1, so 1.5. 1.5, so Andy's Masters all the way open, that's a 1. That's a 2. 1.5. Close it. Open 2 with the 1 guard, close it, that's a 1.5 with the guard. Because when you close the Andy's Masters, that's a half. You know, that's considered a half right here when it's all the way closed. All the way open, a 1. Half, 1 guard, 1.5. You can do 1 section, 1 side. You know, always do a consultation through your haircut. So I'm gonna take a little bit off, let him check it out. If you want it lower than that.
That's good right there.
Good. So for beginners, I like to start in the back, you know, around where the swirl, because the majority of everybody got a swirl. Everybody got a swirl. And I just take 1/2 of that swirl, and I just go. And that's my first guideline. I would say when you're getting everything even. You know, got guidelines to the side. I use guidelines on the edge up, and you know when I'm taking it all the way down. So you can just follow that around. You got your guard on. That's your life jacket. You're not gonna mess up. So just have confidence in yourself. Clipper control, guard, your life jacket, so it's gonna go no lower than a 1. Some of my videos, I'm gonna show you how to tilt your clippers. It all comes with clipper control. Tilt your clippers. This is taking less. This is taking more. You can hear, you probably can hear it. Turn the TV down. Can't hear it. Now you hear it. You gotta turn it all the way down. So majority of this haircut, I'm having my clippers tilted down and not up. And that's more like a, you know, how it sits. Tilt it up, less off, raking the hair, more going with the grain. Tilt it down, it's gonna take more off. Use your chairs, people. Beginners, use your chairs. Less walking as possible. Now on the top, the majority of people, I start out tilted up, and then I come on, and then I go ahead and go down once I get a feel and the texture and what the guard is and how the guard is going to cut the hair first. You know, so every haircut on top, I always tilt it up until I know what the hair is going to do. About the 3rd swipe, I got to feel it and I know what direction I want the hair to go in. Until I get it all the way down to where I can go ahead and just tilt it down and cut. You're always brushing and cutting, knocking the hair off your clippers. Through my videos, you'll see me knock the hair off my clippers, and I'll brush the hair. You want to keep both areas clean. Because if you get hair in your clippers and on top of your guard, and when you're cutting without the guard, hair gets stuck up here in the grooves. When you try to cut, go with the grain or against the grain, the hair on top and the hair inside goes inside the line that you just made or where you're trying to cut, and you can't see what you're doing, you know. So it's always good to keep the area clean where you're working at on the haircut, and keep your clippers clean also. Another thing, you can't be scared to touch the customers. You got to, you know, guide them where you want them to go to make their haircut, you know, more pleasant, appealing. You know, it all takes part. Because if you're scared to touch the customer, there's no way you're going to be able to accomplish a good haircut. Because when you put the clippers down, some people's head automatically move down. So you're taking away pressure from cutting the hair. So it's good to, in all my videos, you'll see me hold a customer head to hold it steady and level, so I can put the pressure I need to put in some areas to get it low and even all the way around. Light spots and dark spots come from just not putting enough pressure on the scalp, you know, cutting the hair, because you putting the clipper where it needs to go. The clipper's gonna do the job. You just need to put it where it needs to be at and put the pressure on it to be able to cut the hair down to the desired level that the customer wants. So I always, unless, you know, I know that's the customer that's, you know, not as loose as others, and then I don't have to do that. But some, you know, have to do it. But sometimes it just becomes a habit. It's a good habit to have, because, you know, the stiller the customer is, the better the haircut comes out. You know, better posture, you know. So if you get guys that sit in your chair and they like to slouch and lean and stuff, you know, ask them to sit up, and because that's your work and that's your haircut. I try not to go over 15 minutes on my demos and stuff. So beginners, a temp fade, taper fade, up and what is another name for it? Temp fade, down, uptown, taper, you know, the same thing. You're fading the sides and you're fading the back and the sides. For beginners, if you got the masters, any clipper, I'll open them up all the way, and I make my first guideline. I'm gonna do one side the beginner's way, then I'm gonna do another side, you know, the expert pro way, my way. All right, for beginners, all the way open. You're gonna make your first guideline. And some customers, the hair in the back goes to the side. Some of them grow down, some of them grow to the side. You know, if it grows to the side, you're gonna go with the grain until you get it down to where you can go ahead and fade it on up. You know, it's gonna be hard at first, but you'll get adjusted to it. But always go with the grain with a guard, with the grain that the hair that's going in direction in the back. Like I said, some of them grow up, down. You know, down is good, but some of them grow to the side. You just got to be able to have a clipper control and control the hair and brush and cut. Hello? Hello? That's why I ain't call you back. Because, yeah, I've been trying to call you, man. Yeah, you can go ahead and come in, man. All right. Bluetooth is good to have. Talk, work at the same time. You know, as a barber and professional, you got to be able to multitask. All right, I got my first guideline here. Now, if you're not comfortable with the tilting deal I got, you know, going and doing it that way, you can put a guard on. You know, #1 guard. You already got it open, so this is going to be a 2. Go ahead and take that line out while you're up here. So you use the 1 to make the guideline. You put a 2 on, and you're gonna go over that line you made. Because this is a 1.5. So you're using a 2 guard is what's bigger. So it's gonna automatically cut more down because you're going against the grain instead of going with the grain. This is a 1.5. If I would take a 1.5 and go here, it's not gonna take that much off. You know, it'll take more off. But I have a 2, so that's a safe zone. You always want to go higher than lower because you can't put back on what you cut off. So I got a 2. You can go ahead and tilt it down, or you can tilt it up and kind of like rake it and get the feel of it, and then come on down with it. That's a 2, all the way open. Now, gradually fade your way down. As you, if you're starting the guideline with an open, you're gonna fade your way down while you're closing. If you start with it closed, you're gonna fade your way up and open. Open, close, fading. Close, you're gonna open up while you're fading up. I like to fade up, so I'm gradually moving down. I got it all the way open, and I'm gradually moving down as I go. Brush, brush. Take it down, cut, brush, brush. Take it down, all the way closed now, which is a 1.5. What I did on the top, a 1.5. Guard on, close is a 1.5. And that's your fade. If you just starting out and you want to be comfortable, and you know you just want to get the feel of how to do the fade and not go all the way to the max, all the way closed at the bottom, that's cool. You know, you just beginning, so don't rush it, don't pressure. But to make it a really nice detailed fade, you want to go ahead and put the half closed with a master's. That's a half at the bottom. You can start it. Or for beginners, open, start it with a 1, and just go ahead and close it as you move down. And that'll put that fade at the bottom. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it my way. I'm gonna start close. That's my first guideline right here. And watch how I use it. This is probably for more pros, professionals, people that's been doing it for a minute. Start close, and you don't have to pick up a guard, reach back there, boom, back's done, side's done. And you just go ahead and work your way up. All the way close. Get a good muscle memory on your thumb action, so you'll know where you're at when you use your lever to adjust your guard on top, your life jacket, your guard. You know, you'll know where it is, what height it is on the hair, and you just know the feel, so you don't have to look at it. But for beginners, it got notches on the side, so it'll show you you've been at. Close with my tilting deal. When I get about halfway through the fade, I'm gonna start tilting. When I tilt, it's going to be a 1 when I open up. I'm not scared of going all the way up here without a guard, with it all the way open, because I know the certain way you cut it and you tilt the clippers, you can do the whole haircut, man. That's my fade. You know, up here, 2 all the way open. Because sometimes in the back it's harder to get that dark spot. In the back of the head is always the darkest spot. It's always the thickest to hair. If you see anybody losing hair, they lose it from the front to the back. You'll never see them lose it from the back to the front. I know I wish it could happen that way, but it don't. But the thickest hair is going to be in the back. So always around the part where you fade at, you always want to take the 2 guard or a level higher than you're working with that's on top, and kind of go against the grain, open, tilt it a little bit, and knock it down so it'll fade in real nice. Now I'm gonna go ahead and edge it up. Show you what the back look like with the edge up and all faded and stuff. And for amateurs and pros, on dark spots, on my videos, you'll see me picking at it, and I'm just using my corners. But dark spots you can't get with the middle of the blade, use your corners. Your corners are thicker than the teeth on the middle. So, and the blade is running all the way across. So when you get to the thick part, you're able to grab thicker, dark hair and just pick it out of there, you know. go ahead and edge them up in the back. Heroes, I stopped my details. I don't use detailers no more. I switched to the Heroes, faster, more powerful edger. But for beginners, you gotta be real careful because of the pull. And what I mean by that, not pull as in pull the hair out. It's like a vacuum cleaner. When you put a new bag in it and you vacuum it, and it seems like it got a little pull to it, so it'll pull you up inside the hair. And if you're not careful, it's moving so fast that your hand glitch and slip, and you put a little gash into another line that you don't want. But me, I like when I touch the hair, it's gone. I don't have time to keep going back and forth because I do 30, sometimes 40 hairs a day by myself. And I don't have time for that. But that's my fave. Beginners and pros, stay tuned. If you have any questions, 850-362-6464, 850-218-8019. Give me a call, questions, I'm taking. Peace.